Alrighty, hello everybody. Good to see y'all and good to be back for more Retrothon. Also a fun event to take part in, and I've really enjoyed taking part in previous years, and it's good to be back. My name is Janglestorm, and this is going to be the first of my couple of games I'll be running throughout the week. This is actually it's a remake of the original Zool. A lot of you might have played the original game back in the day. It came out for multiple systems. This is specifically based on the Mega Drive version. And as a disclaimer, I've never actually played or fully played the original games. I did actually only play this somewhat recently, discovered it a while ago, and it's a fun one for sure. So we're playing this mode called Redimensioned mode, which is a bit of a different experience. It's more speedrun friendly in a sense. They add a couple of things. I'll talk about that some. You'll see that as well. And also, it should be noted that this doesn't actually include the Chupa Chups branding that the original had, but it does make up for that with a lot of really cool speedy stuff. So enjoy that, I guess. Okay, let's start with the first level. Time is starting pretty much as I select the first level, so it's gonna be right now. So there we go. And right away, I'm already doing this speed strat here, which we've been calling the drill dash. Basically, what this remake does in this mode is it does add a couple of things, including a double jump, and it allows you to drill all the way to the ground, which does, in most cases, allow you to do this jump here. Well, as soon as you reach the ground, you can do this jump and you go really fast, and you can actually keep this up by doing repeat jumps and then by reaching the ground and then instantly jumping afterwards. So that does make for some really quick strats here. And also another thing that's different from the original games is that you don't need to collect a certain amount of items in order to finish levels. So normally you still see the meter in the top right corner saying that you need 80 items, but it's not actually a requirement anymore. So that's pretty cool. That does make this game a lot faster for sure. And also you see a lot more in the game. I did play a little bit of the original games, and it was a lot more zoomed in by comparison, so you definitely see a lot more of the entire area. That makes it easier to kind of anticipate certain platforms as well. Also very fun if you want to go fast and just you want to do things. Sometimes you don't go fast, like over here, you try to get through the syrup. It's you have to land on the platforms really to keep yourself going, but as long as you do that, it's totally fun. You can actually get yourself up here on that higher yellow platform as well a little bit earlier. Kind of depends on the jump though. Okay, so these were the sweet levels. We have this first boss fight. This is Humbug. We just hit him from behind while it's losing its wings. And with a little bit of luck, I get this set up here, where in the second half, I only have to stand on the ground, just repeat hit over and over, repeat attack over and over again, which makes this like really, really easy. It's all kind of RNG though. Now we got the music stages. Starts off with this relatively quick level. I usually try to set up for like another drill dash there, where I make it to the exit like that, but there's a bit of a time window there, so I don't always get it. And I love musical touches, as you see here. Sometimes I try to set up certain shots so it kind of clears the way for me as I try to dash my way through there. It's not always the easiest thing to set up like that, but there's a lot of view space for sure. Yeah, it does make it pretty easy to get through in that sense. You can also play the original mode, which I call Ninja mode in this case, and that's closer to the Mega Drive version actually. Let's see, okay, I tried to set up a thing there. You can actually take multiple routes in this level. This I've been sort of going for. I've been able to get through this level a little bit faster that way, but it kind of depends on how you're executing this as well. But there you go. This is the last level. We hit a couple of piano notes. There's a bit of a musical touch here, as you can see. And these string enemies that sends off these strings just like that, really. And now we fight the second boss. This is Jimmy Guitar. I was gonna start off with saying how he sometimes actually burns off that vinyl on the lower left side, which I tried to stand on, but there was that string that kind of entered the screen that already did the work for me, or for him. So at this time around, I cannot actually blame RNG for that happening. Yeah, so much high-tech stuff here, all the CDs and everything is just, or a lot of stuff here is just really deadly, although there's some pickups here as well. There we go, just drilling down there. This is another one of those places where it's kind of tough to really set up the dash because the window is rather limited, but it is technically possible. If you really want to go for really quick ILs and everything, that's what you want to do there. So the devs actually went out the way to really make this more like a speedrun kind of experience, even down to the ILs, where you can improve the dev times, so to say, which on some levels are like really tight. So that does automatically kind of invite to be speedrun in a sense. Yeah, Zool, just Zooling on the Retrothon here. So yeah, these are the fruit stages. A lot of sentience food thingies right here, and also wonderful MIDI guitar. Oh, I took a death there. That was unfortunate. Was that my... Oh, I thought I... Never mind. I wasn't expecting to see a game over there. Usually what I do in the beginning of a run is I tend to go into the main menu, so it would reset the actual lives, but I guess that didn't happen there. Okay, it's not too bad though. You do start over from the same level if you game over. The only difference is that you don't start off from a certain checkpoint that you've gone to, so that's the main thing. But thankfully the levels themselves are relatively short, so it's still not too big of a time loss in that sense. But yeah, if everything goes well, you can definitely go really fast. So recently we've been trying to improve our speedrun times, and a few months ago it was brought down to sub 20, and now the best times are... Oh, I need to go down here. The best times already are in the 80-minute range, so it's definitely getting there, so it's nice to see the developments. See, here's a pretty cool setup where I can sort of head down here. Kind of streamlines this very neatly. There we go. And now we need to be up here because the next boss fight is coming up. Gotta make sure not to fall down here. So now we fight Banana Man Sam. So this is one of the levels that I still try to get a gold IL time in. And the main reason why I don't have it is because of this boss. There's some RNG involved in how it moves, and I'm still not fully sure how to manipulate it so you can get a certain setup where you can very easily deal a certain amount of hits in a very short time. This was not too bad in that case. I've definitely seen worse. 2 Zool for school, yeah. This game certainly is. Just look at us go. We're going so fast. We're already in the Tool inspired stages with all the screws and everything. So this is where we do pick up quite a few of these Z power-ups. They grant us a bit of invincibility, and especially for a part like this, it's super handy because you can just power through everything. We also grab that other power-up that increases our heights, which is very handy over here if I can keep it for long enough. Over there, and going up here. Sometimes I get a bit of yeah, a run-in with that screw, I guess. Kind of depends on what time I get there, I guess. So this is one of the horizontal stages, which is always very fun for drill dashing. Just allows you to keep going and jumping and all that. And it's kind of a fun thing to really figure out how to go through this level, just landing in certain spots and just maintaining momentum for as long as possible. And in a stage like this, it's really cool to watch that work out, sort of. So yeah, I do have enough health for this part, because you do need to slide underneath those spikes there, the spike ceilings. If I don't have enough health, I cannot do certain damage boosts, so that's what I'm kind of hoping for there. Another Z I'm picking up, another horizontal setup right there, and off we go. It does take a little bit of time to kind of figure out how it exactly works with this drill dash, but once you get it set up, it's easy enough to remember, at least in my opinion. There we go, another Z. That's a nice thing about this level is that you can grab multiple of these Z power-ups and you can make quick work of this level. Okay, the final stage of this series of levels is pretty short. You just go through here and go over there. We'll soon be meeting the next boss, and that's gonna be the GDK. So it's this drill thing. There's a bit of mashing involved, and I gotta make sure not to get knocked into the spikes by the falling pieces that get drilled out of the ground. There's a bit of randomness in it that you hope not to get surrounded by too many of them, so you just try to mesh your way through them. But yeah, sometimes it makes the cycles last a little bit longer, kind of depending. Sometimes you do a bit of a jump in the beginning, and oh, I'm actually really close to dying, so hopefully this doesn't... Oh, there we go. Good. It always sucks if you die at boss fights. Also, yeah, this is supposed to be the ending, but it's a fake ending. No worries, we just fix it by just doing this. One final drill, and that's it. But yeah, dying in boss fights can be a bit of a thing sometimes, because sometimes it does make you lose quite a bit of time. Especially in some cases. Also the boss that's coming up in this world. First of all, we have this first level, the first of the toy stages. Some of the tougher levels are in here, actually, or at least one of them is. One of the biggest run killers is coming up in 5-2, which involves a lot of shenanigans, really. Everything around here. So I'm just hoping to survive this, because it's very easy to get hit over and over again, since your iframe window is kind of limited, so it's very easy to get hit repeatedly by even the same enemy sometimes, so you have to watch out, and your health meter gets drained relatively quickly sometimes. This actually went pretty well, I must say. A Japanese NCC4 RPG called Zool, for real. Well, I mean, I knew there were multiple Zool games at least, but I mean, I did mention in the intro, the only Zool game that I've played is actually this one. So my experience with the series is relatively limited, but the more we know. Lots of tanks right here. Okay, drill down here. It's kind of nice sometimes if you get like a long drill like that, and you can sort of slide one way or another, really, and kind of maintain the momentum from that. Always nice. Okay, last level starts off with a few things here. A couple of tight setups for the dash here. There we go. You don't always get an opportunity to really keep it up for a very long time. Sometimes you just wind up doing the slide and you have to deal with the enemies. So you can shoot at them or you can slide into them and kill them that way. There's various ways, but yeah, kind of depends really. So now we meet Max 4, the robot. I actually had to look up the enemy names at some point because I had no idea until recently what the boss names were. But yeah, this is Max 4. It's sort of like a scripted boss fight. You would think that you could shoot even more often than I do, but there's a limit to it. You'll see that later on as well, where it seems like I'm supposed to be able to get a certain cycle, but I usually don't, because reasons. There's a lot of voiding involved, so this is also a reason why you don't want to die at this boss in a speedrun, because it just takes quite some time to set it up again. So, and I'm surrounded by all the enemies here. It seems like there's going to be more enemies as you go through the later phases of this fight. Oh, this is okay. There we go. Just going to bring myself to safety. Okay, so now you think, hey, am I not supposed to be able to beat this? But oh no, God! I actually died as I was about to grab that heart. Oh gosh, that's literally the worst thing that could have happened in this run actually happened. I died at this boss fight. I have to redo this entire thing again. This is a relatively big time loss. If I were in a PB grind of sorts, this would have been cause for a reset for sure, because I have to redo this entire thing. So yeah, enjoy more of this toy boss fight. Certainly not to be toyed around with, I guess. This very 90s toy boss fight, I guess. Well, I guess that's a marathon for you. Just gotta make sure to avoid stuff from now on. I don't even remember how full my health was beforehand. At least I kept my estimate somewhat generous, so stuff like this still kept in mind in case it happens. But yeah, still it's unfortunate when it happens, of course. Should be good now, though. Or at least I hope. It's gonna try and avoid everything. As soon as you get all kinds of knockback, it definitely adds up real quick. Okay, should be good now. Look at all the hearts that I can pick up now. There's a lot of them, really. Okay, now we just it's a matter of avoiding things and just the one more hit we have to deal. There we go. They left it the best for last, literally. See, okay. And there we go. Those are the toy stages. Got me wound up. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 6-1 is also one of the stages that I sometimes have issue with, seeing there's a lot of enemies that can just throw projectiles at you, and it does make your health go down very quickly at times if you're not careful enough. This is pretty good though. This is more or less the setup that I want to see there. Just, you know, make sure you do the right dash in the beginning, make sure you're able to jump over a lot of enemies' heads and hit some of them, you know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And also more of this awesome music. Oh, wait, I normally don't set it up like that. How about this? Oh, I just missed that platform. Oh, jeez. Let me at least get the checkpoint, because I'm probably gonna die here somewhere. Of course, I hope to not die here. This part is a tricky part to get through, because there's two popcorns lined up like that, and sometimes it's just really tough to actually get through here, like right away. I used to lose a PB run to this very part here. Yeah, this is cat jumps all over. This is the same music that you hear in the first stages as well. The funny thing is, I think they have different music for some of the other versions of the original game. Like, I was checking out the Mega Drive version, the original, kind of out of curiosity, and it does actually start off with the music that you hear in the fruit stages, so it's kind of random, I guess. Okay, let's see if I can... Ooh, I almost got a boost through there. I'm usually trying to set up for a dash that... if it goes well, it allows me to get through that gap there, and I can just keep it up if I don't get hit by that one enemy there. I don't know the name. Okay, now we got the Gaffer, and I have a lot of things that I have to avoid here. This is definitely a tough boss fight if you want to keep yourself alive, and I have a bit of a bad start, so I really have to watch out now. At least I don't lose a lot of time if I actually die here, since the waiting time is not nearly as long, but you have to avoid a lot of stuff here. And, well, of course I died. No surprise there. The beginning was really rough. But all these bloody tears and everything, this is also quite a run killer if it goes wrong. The thing is also to jump over these eyes, these eyeballs. So I'm trying to kill this boss before it goes into the next cycle. So I can kill this boss before it leaves the screen. And then you have to actually wait for a while. So I'm trying to set it up like that. There we go. Okay, let's get out of here. further into the nth dimension, I guess. Yeah, this is the final set of stages right here, and 7-1 is a really tough stage as well. This is also one of those stages where I lost several runs to, because it's just like that. There's a lot of things, especially here, that you tend to not really see like right away. Some of these cactus enemies, for instance. So that can drain your health really quickly if you're not careful enough. This is actually pretty good though, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it was. I actually had a setup for this when I was last working on this, and I have forgotten about it since. Really, even in my last PB, I actually forgot about it. So yeah, the main people who have been actively run this game are me and Dolores Red, and we've been sort of exchanging world records. A while back we did that, and I had world record for, I think, like exactly 6 hours before he took it back, and more recently I was able to improve it, and then I was able to keep it for a few days before Fred took it back once again. So yeah, I've been kind of active in pushing the game down. Currently the world record is 1824, which is 7 seconds faster than my time currently. But yeah, we're hoping to eventually get to sub 18 on this. It's definitely possible. Just gotta make sure to not die and execute well and all that. So there's definitely some potential in there. If you just look at the ILs, what you can do there, and how much you can save in an RTA run, there's definitely some potential. All right, so now it's time for the final boss fight. This is the Cactus of Cruel, who's firing off these cactus grenades at us, I guess. We have to wait until he comes down, and then we can fire at him. And it's a bit of a... We have to mash him a little bit here. It's actually possible to kill him in this one cycle. I've been able to do this once. That was pretty close. But yeah, there was one time where I was able to finish this in one cycle. So that's really ideal if that happens. And guess what? I actually died before I took down the boss. I'm having no luck with these bosses tonight. Oh well. And some of these deaths have been quite unfortunate, so they did cost me quite a bit of time. I should be able to finish within the estimate though. With a 22-minute estimate, I'm usually able to afford a couple of deaths. And it's just, the thing is, I've had some really unfortunate deaths as well, so... Okay, at least I got the one cycle kill this time around. But that's not all. There's another phase. Oh no, of course, it's the last boss. Now the cactus takes us into the skies, and we have to deal with a couple more hits, and time is as soon as I deal the last hit. So it's gonna be very soon. Just have to wait for this one. And there we go, that's time. And just under the estimate. Oh my god, this run was messy. This run was messy. Actually, quite a few things have went very well, it's just that the deaths were pretty severe. So yeah. But then we got saved by Zeus, who figured, you know, hey, you did a thing, we could use a ride just to relax a little bit. Now the multiverse can rest a little bit easier. Oh, yeah, now we get back to the nth dimension. We came from the nth dimension, we did things, and now we're getting back. The job of an intergalactic ninja is never done. Seems like they were actually hinting at a second Zool. And this seems like it's sort of referring to the fact that the original game came out like almost exactly 30 years ago. This remake is actually from last year, so it's a fairly recent release, but yeah, there you go. Thanks for the GGs, by the way, everybody. Very much appreciated. So glad that I got it under estimate, though. There were some deaths that I didn't expect, especially not the toy boss fight. That was a pretty costly one. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad I've shown this off to you. This is the first time I've ever did this for a marathon, so it was fun to finally showcase this. Very fun speedrun as well. I can recommend getting this on Steam. It's usually available for less than $10, and in the sale it's even less so. I got it for a couple of bucks over the Christmas holidays, I believe, and played it, and then I learned the speedrun. So be sure to check it out. Yeah. What else to say? Yeah, shouts to the other runners of this, and shouts to, once again, to Dolores Fred for inspiring me to pick up this game. I basically learned through this game thanks to him, and it was kind of fun trading world records back and forth. And gotta see if I can get the world record back at some point. It's so close. It's so close. But yeah. Thanks again to Retrothon for accepting this run. And I'll be doing some more runs later this week. As a matter of fact, I have a run tomorrow with Super Adventure Island, so hope to see you then. And yeah, if you want to see more runs, various speed runs, be sure to check out my channel. I'm live pretty frequently, and I speed run all kinds of things, so you never know what to expect. So yeah. With that said, I'm gonna throw it over to the next run. There's gonna be some cool things coming up, so be sure to check it out, and I'll see you very soon. So take care and have a good one.